Have you seen the octopus murders? Well, I'm about to blow your mind. I have a whole other tentacle that nobody knows about. Hi, my name is Melanie, and I've been researching the MCA connection to the octopus for a couple years now. I just published an 8,000 word essay research article on the octopus on my Substack, and it will tell you how the octopus connects from Hollywood to Fort Detrick in Maryland, which was the hotbed of the MK Ultra program. I believe that MCA, through its offices around the world, was acting as a front company to help move arms and other things around the world. Now, this is MCA's original headquarters in Beverly Hills, and it was bought by Litton Industries in 1964. And you may know Litton because they are the manufacturers of the night vision goggles that they were trying to be able to assemble at the Cabazon Indian Reservation with the Wackenhut joint venture. There's always been a lot of synergy between the tech industry, Hollywood, and the military-industrial complex. Now, a lot of those CIA records and documents that are demonstrating a relationship from MCA to Litton Industries are still classified. Sorry, it's Litton Industries. I forgot I watched a press conference with the former AG, Edwin Meese. And Litton also faced a DOJ investigation in the 80s. Surprise, surprise. Now, Charles Thornton was the head of Litton Industries, and he was also on the board of MCA. So when they sold the MCA headquarters to Litton, they exchanged it for Litton stock. Isn't that weird? What's even weirder is that in a biography of Mr. Charles Tex Thornton, we will see Danny Casolaro's dad's name. You see, Danny's dad did animal research, biotechnology, etc. They helped, do tests to see if monkeys could tolerate the environment of traveling via jet propulsion to see if it would be safe for humans to go to space, okay? The company that Danny's dad founded, Bionetics, they were so important that they got to receive the bio waste from the men who went to the moon to see the impact of anti-gravity on their bodily functions, right? So, Danny's dad was involved with Neil Armstrong's poop. This is how I originally discovered the connection between Danny and the octopus, who existed entangled with his personal life from the beginning, okay? So Danny's dad founded this, he was in the military too, right? So he founded this company, Bionetics, which became Litton Bionetics when they were bought out at a later time, okay? But what Bionetics did, they did a lot of animal testing of, say, inducing cancer in animals, whether products were safe, studying leukemia, which Danny's dad died from at the young age of 60-something, okay? After Litton bought Bionetics, they ultimately ended up having a contract to run the National Cancer Institute at Fort Detrick in Maryland. It's about an hour and a half north of DC. Now, Fort Detrick was the center of MK Ultra and MK Naomi during all those nasty tests in the 50s and 60s. Now, MK Naomi, they studied biowarfare and chemical weapons, okay? And even Bionetics had contracts with the Army Biological Warfare Program in the 1960s, before they were bought by Litton, and before Litton and Bionetics actually came to Fort Detrick. And if you read old accounts of people who grow up in Frederick, Maryland, next to Fort Detrick, uh, lots of people mysteriously dying from whatever tests they were doing there. Okay, so this is MK Naomi, which ran much longer than MK Ultra. I got all this information from primary sources, including declassified CIA files, FBI files, Army files. And so I think it's interesting that this angle of the octopus has yet to be explored. We know there's a million tentacles, right? So this is just hopefully going to help provide some insight to people on why Danny would become so obsessed with this case, because it was personal. Danny actually was in fear that he had been targeted by bioweapons soon before he died, okay? And so I really thought it was weird that he worked on this case for like only a year and a half, because it felt like so much bigger than this. Like he brought a lot of knowledge that he already had once he got into the Promise Inslaw case. Now, what triggered him into just letting it consume his life, we do not know. But ultimately, his autopsy showed that he had multiple sclerosis, right? So that would totally jive with feeling like you might have been targeted by bioweapons. Anyway, please consider reading it on my Substack. It's all evidence-based. There's like 60 citations in it. It was a lot of work. And I hope you have a good day. I found all of this very disturbing, all the tests and such they would do, and like what's really the difference between learning how to induce cancer in lab animals so then you can cure it, but are you also thinking about weaponizing inducing cancer in people, right?